What is up, everyone, and welcome into your Celtics source. Happy opening night of the NFL. I'm going to keep this short, obviously, because I know we all have somewhere we need to be right now watching the Super Bowl, last year's Super Bowl winners, Philadelphia Eagles, take on the Dallas Cowboys. And who knows what's going on with that team, to be honest, now that Michael Parsons is with Green Bay. But, I wanted to quickly talk about, this new format for the 2026 NBA All-Star game, right? We've known the last couple of years there hasn't been much buy-in from the players, and as a result, the quality of the game has been pretty bad. There hasn't been much defense. There hasn't been much participation in the dunk contest, in, the three-point shooting contest, and I really think this format, is their last attempt, right? Which is why I sort of named the video, Last Hope, right? If this doesn't go well, they might get rid of the All-Star game completely, All-Star weekend, right? They might just name All-Stars and everyone can have a long vacation, which is what, maybe they should do that because, depending on how this goes, I don't really think players want to be there anyway. There's a lot of commitment with, community service, talking to reporters and media, and I just think the players want the week off, to be honest. But, I'm going to go through this new format and give you my thoughts on how this could work, and, whether I think it will work or not. To start off, there's going to be 3 teams. The U.S. is going to have 2 teams of 8 players each, right? So that's 16 players from the U.S. and one world team of 8 players, right? And that's not a lot of guys, right? That's just, 24 guys, 24 All-Stars. And I really do think there are more than 24 All-Stars in the game. So I wonder, how that's going to work. I feel like maybe they name more or maybe they just name 8. But still, there's going to be a lot of people left out, right? You're going to get guys, LeBron James obviously is probably going to be a captain of one team. Maybe Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, captain of another team. And then someone like Jokic or Giannis maybe captain of the, third team or the world team. And, they're going to do a sort of a round-robin style. Each team's going to play 12-minute quarters, and then, it's going to sort of, I think it's going to be just, whoever wins 2 out of 3 games will be the winner. Obviously, it's going to be in Los Angeles, which, is also hosting the, the Olympics, right? It's going to be in the new Intuit Dome, so the Clippers arena, not, obviously not where the Lakers play, which I think is better, right? There's more space around there for different events outside of the arena, right? They have their whole sort of campus almost, which Steve Ballmer built, right? And they're going to change it from Sunday evening to sort of earlier Sunday afternoon on NBC on February the 15th. And just any more details here, I see it's also going to be, right, last year it was to 40, this year, right, it's just going to be time, 12 minutes. There's going to be some Olympic tie-ins apparently to the 2028 Summer Games, Winter Games as well. Adam Silver really wants to add in this sort of international twist, especially because 30%, 70% of the NBA is American, but there are definitely I would say that probably 15 of the top 25 players maybe 15, maybe 10 of the top 25 players are international. So there is definitely a sort of star power at the top that is from international, right? And Adam Silver said earlier that it presents a enormous opportunity for us to do something with a international competition instead of a traditional All Star formats like we've used. My thoughts on this, I, it's all on the players, right? If the players want to buy in, if players would rather be there than spending, you know, somewhere in vacation in Cancun with their family, then yeah, it's gonna be a success, right? But there's nothing about this that says it's going to be better than last year's or the year before, right? Like, I guess there is some sort of hostility. I wouldn't say hostility, but fight for your own country, so you want to come out on top. But I don't really think it cares because so many of these players are on their own are teammates. That's what I'm trying to say. They're teammates. They don't really care whether they're international or not. I don't think that matters that much. There isn't really a huge push, to try and have the best basketball country, right? You just want to have the best team. You're not, yes, there is a USA component, but that's there isn't really a league. Like there's obviously summer league in Europe, right? For FIBA, right, where some of the players, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. At the end, I'm going to talk about Kada and how he could have a big year for the Celtics after his performance or his ongoing performance here in the Euro. But the U.S. doesn't have that, right? They don't participate as a country, at least star players, right? They have a Team USA, but it's much younger players. I think it might be U18, maybe not, but it's not NBA players, right? And they're not playing in matches over the summer. But as I said, I don't think it has anything to do with this format. It's all on the players. And if I have to guess, my guess is players are gonna say they're in, but we're gonna see on the product on the floor. It's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be what it used to be. It's never going to be what it used to be. There's not going to be that much buy-in on the actual court, and my guess is they'll get rid of it next year entirely, which is too bad because my favorite part of the weekend is actually not the game itself, especially because of the way it's gone over the last couple of years. But I really wish you would get star players in like the dunk contests, especially right if LeBron James would do the dunk contest, if other guys would do the dunk contest, because what's his name, Mac McClung, right? He's a special talent, but he's not even in the NBA. Like, he's not even an all-star. He's not even close to, he's not I don't even know. I think with I think he's with the Magic now. Maybe he's with Philly, I forget. I'll check right now. But what I'm saying is, like, he is really not the guys that you want to right, Magic, right, he's not even the guy, a guy that you come to see, right? You come to see the stars. So I wish that they would perform in the All-Star game, in the contest, as well as the All-Star game. But that's really all I have on this, right? It's gonna be on the players. I'm gonna keep saying this over and over. My guess is it will be a failure when it's all said and done. Even if I just don't think there'll be enough buy-in to make it worth keeping, right? I say going forward, just name the All Stars, move on. Especially because it competes with this now ongoing thing, or maybe it's, I don't know, but the especially last year they had the Four Nations tournament in the NHL, right, which was just must watch TV, and you saw guys going out there for their own country. I just don't think you have that kind of I don't think that's the kind of sort of vibe that the NBA gives off. But I'm gonna transition here over to Neemias Queta because I want to keep it short. Right, Queta had that big game one, verse. I think it was it Czech Republic that he had it against, where he scored 23 points, 18 rebounds, 4 blocks, 2 steals. It was in Czechoslovakia, right? So just a huge, or maybe it was Czech Republic. Can't remember. But the point is, right, he needs to be, like, he didn't go, there isn't much NBA, sort of NBA talent on the Czech Republic team, right? Can he go up against, a team like, can he go up against, Jokic or Şengün when he plays them, in the Euros, right? Can he do this for a season long, right? Like, it was good to see, over the summer that he was shining, but it wasn't against NBA talent, and I just don't think, he's going to be, a starting center that the Celtics need this season, right? He's going to be the starting center because they have no other option, but I don't think he's going to do enough to sort of replace Porzingis and Luke Kornet. Because, if they can find a way to replace, even if it's collectively what, Luke Kornet, Porzingis were bringing to the table, and you then replace Drew Holiday with, Anthony Simmons, who, arguably is better offensively than Drew Holiday at this point in his career, your team's not that far off from last year, right? The center position is the biggest question right now, while Tatum is out and while Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, Luke Kornet are all off the team, right? Can someone like a Porzingis step up? And we'll have to, wait and see. I don't think Porzingis is, I changed my mind on that. I think Porzingis has the job right out the gate until someone else takes it from him, which is unfortunate because it would like to be, a earned position. But I think that, if they can't find anybody that's good for the job, right? If Joe Mazzulla struggles to find someone that can, match Porzingis, even if Porzingis isn't very good, if he's the best option they have, the Celtics are going to be in a world of trouble this year. But, I'm going to keep it short. That way we can go over and watch the game. But, thank you guys so much for watching. Follow on social media. You can watch this episode on Spotify and wherever you get your podcasts. I will be uploading it after we are done here. Stay tuned for maybe some merch coming later on this fall towards the start of the NBA season. And until next time, go Celtics.
It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured.